What I miss? Let's find out. Jon Favreau is going to be writing and producing the first ever live-action Star Wars series for Disney's upcoming streaming service. This is probably the most interesting news that I've heard about Star Wars related content for the streaming service so far. Albeit it's the only news that I've heard about content regarding Star Wars for the streaming service so far, but still. Although it does make me wonder if Jon Favreau is going to have other duties outside of writing and producing regarding the show. Like, is he going to be the show's showrunner? How many episodes is he going to write for the first season? Is he going to have enough time to watch Downton Abbey? I have so many questions. X-23 herself, Dafne Keen, is going to be starring in the newest film adaptation of his Dark Materials, which means I should probably watch Logan now. Now, originally what had me worked up about the casting of Keen involved two things. Thing number one, according to Deadline, the series is going to be directed by the same dude who directed The King's Speech. It's like the universe just doesn't want me to have money and or time. Thing number two, at the time I didn't know that the series was going to be meant for television. Because when I saw that that bitch was going to be 8 parts long, I was shook beyond compare. No, seriously, I pretty much reacted like, the fuck? There are only 3 books in the series. How? How, Sway? How? But once I found out that it was meant for television and produced by the BBC, I kind of calmed down a bit. But no, I'll see it. It has officially been announced that Ava DuVernay is going to be directing a new Gods movie, and I was not prepared for any of this! Apparently this is part of Warner Brothers' new directions for DC films, like that Joker origin story we don't want and or need. Since it's been reported that as of right now, this isn't connected to the DCEU as we know it at all. Then again, I don't necessarily know how true that statement is, so take that with, like, the smallest grain of salt. As far as Ava directing it, I'm down. I like what she presented in A Wrinkle in Time as far as who she had in mind for characters, and those costumes are just gonna look beautiful. And knowing me, I'll probably be doing a reaction video to the cast when the big players are announced. So Ridley Scott is doing things again. This time directing Queen and Country over at Fox. It's based on a comic book series published by Oni Press that ran for 6 years, and it's just foreign enough for casual moviegoers to get the taste of Alien Covenant out of their mouths. You can tell that this might be his motive for directing this movie because he's also in talks for directing an adaptation of at least the first installment of the Merlin Saga books for Disney. But then again, this might be exactly what Ridley Scott needs. A project that's not related to either Blade Runner or Alien that he can put his own stamp on it and turn into something amazing. Which he hasn't done since Kingdom of Heaven, but to be fair, I haven't seen All the Money in the World yet, so... Danny Boyle is reportedly going to be directing the 25th James Bond movie, also known as Daniel Craig's actual last Bond movie. For real this time. Maybe. So far, what's actually on paper is that he's co-writing the script with his writing partner John Hodge. The two's collab efforts involve the Trainspotting movie starring Ewan McGregor and The Beach starring Leonardo DiCaprio. I haven't seen either of those movies, but I've been told that they're good. As far as him directing, once more, I'm not really familiar with his work. The ones that he did direct were the aforementioned ones, 28 Days Later, Steve Jobs, and Slumdog Millionaire. So what that means is, more than likely, Bond 25 is going to be my first experience with Boyle, either as a director, a writer, or both. Take that how you will. Anyway, readers, your homework assignment for the day. Write in the comment section below any news stories that I might have missed, and I'll make sure to cover them next week. Also, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications, because I post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and every other Friday. But until then, this is Readus 101. Class dismissed.